وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما تحب وترضى وتصلي عليه الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا حبيبي يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. I think I've spoken enough. Our call, our speech, we should change our condition. And we are people of shura, of consultation. We shouldn't be people of disputes. We should consult. There's a surah called consultation. Ash-shu'ara is the poets. Ash-shura is consultation. There's no surah called disputation. So there's no disputes in Islam. There are differences of opinion and there are ethics in differences. So if you have any questions that you'd like to ask in order that we both may learn, I don't know everything, then you may ask. If you don't have any questions, we make a dua.
Sheikh, one opinion. I mean, it seems every year that South African Muslims, they sit and they talk about Ashura and they bring the issue of Imam Hussein, and on the other hand they curse Yazid, and which I was on Craven Bay Mosque today, and it was Jum'ah, and the Imam was invited and he said he should be cursed, or he cursed him, which is something, somebody died and he's in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As a Muslim, do we have to curse him? Is it permissible for a Muslim to curse somebody? He was part of the army that liberated Constantinople, which there's hadith sahih in Bukhari said that people of Constantinople.
Say Constantinople,
he said
Bilad al-Rum.
No, he said that exact word he used, the Caesar city. The first
Bilad
army
al-Rum. Not Constantinople.
No, it wasn't mentioned. He said the city of Caesar, the first army that liberated city of Caesar, Allah would forgive. So there was 80,000 soldiers. The leader was Yazid.
Do you know that? Where? Give me the reference for this, please. How you know it's Yazid?
No, I hear it in a lecture.
There are differences of opinion. Sheikh Ibn Qasir,
Yes.
who is the biggest supporter of modern day Salafism, has said that Yazid did not join this army.
Whether he joined or
Now there's a difference of opinion.
No, Sheikh, my opinion is not to whether we can curse him or we not curse him. As a Muslim,
There's a difference of opinion.
do we curse
Among
him?
scholars, I can't tell you to curse him or not to curse him. What do you think if somebody kills your family? Your family.
Yes.
I hope it doesn't happen, inshallah. Islam is a deen of fitrah.
That's true.
What is your fitrah? How do you feel against this man?
Sheikh, if somebody killed all my family and he died and he's Muslim, I will go to his janazah. If his heart is clean, I will go. I follow. I will make dua for. If I see him in the street dead body as a body, I won't leave the body in the street. I will cover the body.
You have a right.
As a Muslim,
have
this
a right.
is my heart.
As a Muslim, I have a right to
want
make takbir, keep my hands on the side, tie it here, tie it here. But as a Muslim,
Yes.
if somebody kills my Rasul's family,
We don't have any argument about this, Sheikh. But now, because we are repeating the story every year, what we got division between Muslims.
no, excuse me.
Yes.
So are you telling me
Yes.
that we should have an ijma in the ummah
Yes.
that Yazid should not be cursed?
I won't say ijma or not ijma. I see a person in the hand of Allah. We leave him to Allah.
You have a right to say that, and I have a right to say, if anybody opposed, leave Yazid, leave Hussein, Ali. The Prophet ﷺ has said in Sahih Hadith that he is cursed by Allah. We didn't say it. The Prophet ﷺ said, if anyone goes against Fatima and makes her cry, it makes me cry. and it makes me angry. And if I am angry, Allah is angry. It's in Siha Sitta. Now I ask you, will Fatima be happy that Yazid killed Hassan?
Nobody will be happy.
So whether she forgives or doesn't forgive is in her hands. We are not on her daraja.
But there's another issue.
So if you love Yazid, you have the right to love him.
I want
Do you read La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah? You're Muslim.
Sheikh, Imam Hussein now, where he is, he's in the paradise. That is what we believe.
Okay.
So why we have to make it like every year we have to say, well, you have to remember he been killed. Yes, he been killed, we have to learn the lesson, not to be cursing everybody.
Why every time in the Quran you learn about Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashabil fil? Do you remember how the army of elephants Abraha brought to attack the Kaaba? Why Allah is reminding us every year in the Quran for life till Qiyamah? It happened, Allah forgive Abraha.
Sheikh, I read about Hajjaj. Hajjaj was worse than Yazid 100 times. You agree with me? Because
Hajjaj but he put the harakat in the Quran.
that is you say.
No, you use it too.
Yes, fine, it's fine. But he burned the Kaaba. He burned the Kaaba. Then he killed many Sahaba. Then after at the end, what he was.
Which Sahaba he killed?
He killed Abdullah bin Zubayr.
Did the Prophet say Abdullah wa minni wa ana min Abdullah?
Abdullah bin Zubayr also Sahaba.
But did he say Abdullah bin minni wa ana min Abdullah? I'm asking you a simple question.
He won't say that here.
Did he say Hussein wa minni wa ana min Hussein?
That is, I don't know the darajat of hadith, but I hear this hadith. I don't know what is level.
I'm telling you, it's a mutawatir hadith.
It is
multiply transmitted. Did he say Al-Hussein wal-Hassan are the leaders, Shababul Jannah?
This is true.
Is it true that every Muslim will go as a Shabab in Jannah? No old person will go in Jannah?
But Muslim will go to Jannah. That is the
But who's the leader?
Muhammad.
Hussein. He said, Muhammad said Hussein and Hassan. Hussein wal-Hassan.
Sayyida Shabab al-Jannah. They didn't say the leader. He didn't say the leader.
But now,
our leader
you have a right. Do you love Yazid?
Sheikh, I want love.
You forgive him?
Do
you forgive him?
Sheikh.
I'm asking a simple question.
I won't put myself in that.
Do you forgive him?
I won't curse him. I won't curse him.
So it's your opinion. I don't say you should not curse him. I don't say you should curse him.
But you curse him? You agree?
When I curse him?
No, I'm asking you. Do you curse him?
That's my personal opinion.
But will you?
If I express it here, people may take it wrongly. So I have a right for my personal opinion to keep it to myself.
But Sheikh, you give lecture. You should be, because we must know.
This is a adab al-iktilaf.
Sheikh.
And I know you have been doing this many times before.
Doing with what?
Projecting this view of Yazid.
Wallah, Sheikh, I'm not.
Wallahi, I know, I can see this. Ittaqu firasat al-mu'min.
Sheikh, I'm not saying I want curse.
So can I tell you something?
Yes.
You have the right
not to curse.
To forgive Yazid. You have the right to name your grandchildren Yazid. You have the right to love Yazid's family.
Sheikh, you took now that.
So you telling me I should not remember Hussein every year?
No, I won't say that.
So why Abraha is remembered every year?
Sheikh, you took the whole.
Why Abu Lahab? Alam tara kayfa fa'ala rabbuka bi ashabil fil. Tabbat yada abi lahab wa tab. Abu Lahab did it what he did to Rasulullah. Rasulullah cursed, Allah cursed him in the Quran.
That is true, Sheikh.
Now, you forgive Abu Lahab? I mean, with your heart you'll forgive him. So we go against Allah also. What's the difference?
Sheikh, we need to know, consider me ignorant. He doesn't know anything.
So I don't want to deal with Jahil. وَإِذَا خَاتِبَهُمْ جَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا. So I have a right to listen to Allah. Salam. Salam. Okay? Okay?
I want curse.
You don't understand. You have the right to do it. You have the right. Alhamdulillah. You have the right. I don't want to fight you. You are my brother. But I have a difference of opinion from you. That I will say.
Then you curse.
If you say I curse, then it's your opinion.
It's your opinion. Now you say it.
I am a person who takes a position of guiding the Ummah, and I feel on certain things the Ummah should allow adab al-iktilaf, ethics in disagreement. Otherwise we will have a problem. In Cape Town, when the Shafi'is had a problem, the British brought a Hanafi Mufti to solve the problem. People of Cape Town know this. They have divided us enough, and I think this division should stop, and you should not tell me not to remember Imam Hussein every year, because the truth is, if Hussein did not take that stand, we will have this Yazidi. Yazid has become an entire force today. This entire Illuminati, the entire Saudi regime, the entire monarchies are all shirk. Because you're supposed to have Pax Islamica, Allah is the sovereign, Al-Malik is Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's my opinion.
Do you
as far as cursing goes,
do you curse Hajjaj?
Why do you want to know who I curse? Why do you want to know who I love?
Because you are the lecturer now.
I love Imam Hussein.
Wow,
and anyone who goes against Ali,
I love Imam.
Anyone who goes against Hussein,
I love Imam Hussein.
I don't like him. You got my answer?
I love Imam Hussein.
I don't like him, but you forgive Yazid, you have a right.
I didn't say I forgive. I didn't.
You are trying to make
you forgive him.
No, I said I am not in the position to curse him or to forgive him.
So you have a right. See, you have a right. Because even big scholars differed about this. Do you understand? They built a madrasa in Riyadh that is called the Yazid bin Muawiyah madrasa.
We don't have such things.
If I show you a picture on Google now,
we don't call our children Yazid because of the love of Hussein, but we don't curse him.
But listen here, you want me to tell people not to curse Yazid.
No,
I can't tell people what to do.
I want to understand.
This is fitrah. This is your nature.
Excuse me, Moulana.
Yes.
I think we should stop this topic now.
Yes.
We're here to get more knowledge from you.
Alhamdulillah, you're an elderly person, I have to listen to you.
Change the topic, please.
But if you don't want to curse Yazid, you have a right. I'm not stopping you.
Jazakallah.
If you want to go for his mayyat, go for it. If you want to talk about him every year, talk about him.
We didn't say that, Sheikh. You took the...
No, you told me not to speak about Hussein
I
every year.
didn't say not to speak.
And why do the Sunnis speak about Hussein every year? So I asked you, why does the Quran speak about Abraha till Qiyamah? You give me this answer, I will respect you.
Sheikh, you took the whole story to your side and you tried...
No, I'm giving you Quran. Tabbat yada Abi Lahabi wa tab.
So what is the relation between Yazid and...
Abu Lahab opposed the Prophet ﷺ. His wife took thorns and put it in his path. The Prophet, Allah cursed them. So if somebody curses a part of the Prophet, Aliyu minni wa ana min Ali, Husseinu minni wa ana min Hussein, Hussein is a part of the Prophet ﷺ. If anyone touches Hussein, we don't like it. Cursing is your problem. But you forgive, you'll go for his mayyat. So if Abu Lahab was there, would you go for his mayyat?
I won't curse him, Sheikh.
Okay, but you'll go for his mayyat.
I won't curse him.
It's up to you. Then it's not part of Islam. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah is Islam.
That is Islam.
Okay? I don't call people kafir. And you don't put words into my mouth. Whether I must curse or mustn't curse. That's my personal affair.
My question was to, will you allow to curse him? Do you agree to curse
I am
him?
telling you the great ai*imma of Islam have differed on this. And I have my view. If I put my view across here, people will think they have to follow my view. So you got to learn and see what they've said about Yazid and decide whether you want to curse.
Yazid?
Okay?
Jazakallah khair.
Alhamdulillah. But don't give cross.
No.
And don't curse me.
My heart is different from what you expect.
Shukran. Alhamdulillah.
No, just a follow-up question. When I was speaking earlier on Surah 5, verse 55, I think now it just went a bit off. When I was speaking about giving zakah in ruku.
Your wali is Allah, your protector is Allah. He is Rasul. And the one who establishes salah and he gives zakah in ruku. When was this ayah revealed? It's called the nuzul. When was this ayah revealed? This ayah was revealed when Rasulullah ﷺ was leading the salah in Masjid al-Nabawi. The Sahaba were in ruku and a beggar came to the door. And the masjid wasn't as big as it is now. It was a little masjid that produced men with backbone of steel. Today we have a massive masjid that produces people with backbones that are not even worth paper. So he asked at the door, Assalamu alaikum ya Rasulullah. They say if you come to your door, you don't go empty-handed. I want zakah now. So Ali heard this. And in ruku, he took his expensive ring off and he flipped it towards the beggar. And the beggar took the ring and Allah sent down this ayah. This ayah of the Holy Quran. So who is your wali, Allah is saying? The one who gives zakah in ruku. So can we say Mawla Ali? Because wali, Mawla. Any other question? Do you love the Israelis who are killing the Palestinians? I'm asking you. Do you forgive them?
No.
Do you forgive the people of Burma for killing our women and raping them and cutting the fetuses out of their stomachs? You'll go for their janazah?
No, give us an opportunity.
Huh? I'm asking you.
No, we want to kill them.
So how can you love Yazid?
No, we do not love.
Sheikh, did you say our leader is Hussein? somewhere?
Yes.
Can you clarify that? Or, I mean,
You see, the leader for all time, unconditionally, is Muhammad Rasulullah. But there has to be spiritual sovereignty that is passed down. You see, a lot of criticism is leveled at some of the Sufia, that they sit at their zawiyas, they sit at their dargahs, and they only read tasbih and make dua and make nawafil. When Burma is burning, when Aqsa is burning, we go on marches, we are writing protest letters. But how do we know it is not the dua of those Sufia that are keeping us safe? There has to be a balance. The wife is the Minister of Home Affairs. The husband is the Minister of External Affairs. Now it's the opposite. You know, so everyone has their role to play. Everyone has their role to play. The Prophet ﷺ said, Man kuntu mawla, fahaza aliyu mawlahu. Imam Hanbal in his Musnad, which is accepted by the Saudi regime as the most, the Salafis also, authentic books of hadith, says that Abu Bakr Siddique radiallahu ta'ala and Umar Farooq radiallahu ta'ala both said him, congratulations, O Ali. They used the word Abu Turab, O father of sand, which the Prophet called him lovingly. You have become the leader of Muslims from now till Qiyamah. Now, after Hazrat Ali karamallahu wajhahu, this is passed on to Imam Hassan. After Imam Hassan, this protection of the Muslim Ummah spiritually is passed on to Imam Hussein. Thereafter, his one son survived, Imam Zainul Abidin. There are 12 Imams in the Islam. This is not Itna Ashariya Shia beliefs, this is Sunni beliefs. Imam Jafar Sadiq is one of the Imams that is the grandson of both Abu Bakr Siddiq and Hazrat Ali karamallahu wajhahu. For centuries we've been celebrating the Kheer Puri Niyaz to get the sweetness of Iman from the household of Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So these are leaders, they're born in the house of leadership. They have to be our leaders. But unconditionally, the leader is Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That brother felt that we should not curse Yazid. Hussein, whatever he did, he passed away, we shouldn't talk about him. I can't call him a non-Muslim. He reads La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasul. He is answerable to Allah on the day of judgment for what he says. I'm answerable to Allah for what I say. But if anyone goes against Risala, like this one guy from India, of Qadian, Ghulam Ahmad Qadian, Mirza said he's a prophet. He went against Risala. So people have the right to say kufr. Okay? Baha'u'llah, the Baha'i faith, he said he is God. People have the right to say kufr. He says he forgives Yazid, I can't say kufr. He has a right. I don't like it, but he has a right. Okay, so the leaders all the time, Muhammad Rasulullah, he's still alive, he's not dead. He's still alive.
There's this one, Imam Hussein, we always talk about Imam Hussein, we know his greatness. What about Imam Hassan? He was also a great politician.
Yes, I've written about this in my book, Madinah to Karbala.
And my question was the status of
You see, it depends on which era you're living in. There was an era in South Africa when you couldn't take the name Nelson Mandela. You couldn't publish his picture. Margaret Thatcher and Tony Blair both called him a terrorist. And they asked the South African government to have this man hanged. So depending on which political era you lived in, you had to follow certain rules. But there were always people who broke the rules. Alex Haley wrote Roots, which taught the Americans of African descent that they were Muslims. Kunta Kinte was a Muslim. This inspired Malcolm Little to look for his roots, and he found out he is a Muslim. And he put an X next to his name. He became Malik al-Shabazz. I say Rahmatullah Ali, he's a great man, he's inspired millions. So that's how life goes. You understand? So if you hear somebody do a beautiful, I don't know if I should be saying this, but you've seen Beethoven. You know Beethoven? If you hear the piano being played beautifully. Now, if you don't tell me music is haram, that's your business, you know? I'm just telling you, it happens in the world. It touches people's hearts. And what do? They give him a standing ovation. You touched my heart. A standing ovation. Ya Imam Hussein, you touched my heart. I will give you an ovation, standing ovation, till Qiyamah and on the day of Qiyamah. And the Rasul will give him a standing ovation, I say. You know, Muhammad Rasulullah will be sitting on Maqam Mahmud, a chair next to Allah, a station. I say when Hussein ibn Ali comes, he will stand. I don't know if he'll forgive Yazid and stand. That I don't know. But I can tell you he will stand. Phir Qayamat mein bhi ek aur Qayamat hoga. Then on Qiyamah, standing, there will be another standing. Zulf lehrate hue. महफिल में जब वो आएंगे फिर क़यामत में भी एक और क़यामत होगा. People think that the Prophet is dead. If the Quran says وَلَا تَقُولُوا لِمَنْ يُقْتَلُ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أَمْوَاتٍ, don't think of those who die in the path of Allah dead. Imam Hussein is alive. Because he's Shaheed. Shaheed is not a martyr. Shaheed is a witness to Allah. So if the martyr is not dead, what about the Nabi? Yeah, so this is our belief. It's been for centuries. And I say Mawla Hussein. He's my Mawla. I get my guidance from him. Anyone wants guidance from somebody else, that's their prerogative. But I won't call him kafir unless he goes against Risala or the Tawheed of Allah. Any other? I'm tired, I may be forgetting the question. I'm tired. Very tired, Allah.
Sheikh, two questions. Firstly, I'm not a very literate person when it comes to Quran, Hadith. Is there any direct references in the Quran where Quran speaks life that diseased people also make dua?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Second question.
Oh, deceased, you mean deceased, people who have passed away?
Passed away. My grandfather passed away.
Yes.
Does he make dua for me? Can he make dua for me?
You see, in Surah Nahl, who was Hafiz? Who was Hafiz of Quran?
Another point?
Hussein.
Surah Nahl, Man amilu saliha aw zakariya unsa wa huwa mu'min. Surah Nahl, it says, I'll tell you क्या, मैं कह रहा हूँ आपसे क्या कह रहा है. Allah को read the whole Quran verse for me. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Man amilu saliha.
عمل الصالحات من ذكر أو أنثى وهو مؤمن فأولئك يدخلون الجنة يرزقون فيها بغير حساب.
That's a different one.
من عمل صالحا من ذكر أو أنثى
وهو مؤمن. Slowly.
فلنحيينه
حياة.
طيبة.
Now Allah says, if a normal Muslim, man amila salih, a salih, a good person, Muslim, he passes away, whether he's a male or a female, Allah gives him a new life as soon as he dies. فَلَنَجْزِيَنَّهُمْ حَيَاةً طَيِّبَةً. Hayat, a new, functioning life. What is the function of angels first? The function of angels is to ask for forgiveness. يَسْتَغْفِرُونَ لِمَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ. To ask for forgiveness of people on earth. Shah Waliullah Muhaddis Dehelvi Rahmatullah Ali says, when a wali passes away, or a righteous person, a salih person, he becomes the leader of a group of angels. So if the group asks for forgiveness for people on earth, it will be the job of the leader to also ask for forgiveness for people on earth. So inshallah we pray that through this ayah, they must be asking Allah to forgive us.
I'm sorry. We need to go to Islam. So basically you're saying
No one dies.
no one died.
No one dies.
So let's say my grandfather, I never saw him. So he's alive.
In another alam.
In another world, yes.
He's in Dubai in the waiting zone. He's waiting for the flight to take him to the
transit somewhere.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether his transit is smooth or his transit not smooth. I make dua for him.
Alhamdulillah.
So let's say, Allah maaf me, please forgive me.
Ji, ji.
Just say illiterate thought of me.
No, you're not illiterate. No one is illiterate.
If he was a bad guy and he had life full of sin, Allah is Ghafurur Rahim. Allah might have forgiven him. Allah might have
Alhamdulillah. We don't.
give him. But if he say, let's say, wrong guy, a bad guy, and his life was full of sin, he was a filthy man, or whatever, astaghfirullah. Just hypothetical situation. Can he still, if he is not forgiven, he is not a leader of Malaika,
Yes.
he is beaten up day and night, and he made dua, and that dua is also not Qabul, and he is still in trouble. Can he still become the leader of Malaika and do something for us?
Can I tell you a secret?
Yes, please, go ahead.
There's a Hadith Qudsi. Hadith Qudsi means Allah is speaking, but it's not Quran. Rasulullah says, Allah says, but it's not Quran. It's a hadith from Allah. He says, my mercy has cancelled my anger. Allah is Ghafurur Rahim.
Yes.
My mercy has cancelled my anger. Then Rasulullah said, on the day of judgment, after everyone Hisab Kitab is done, Allah out of His Rahmah will take a handful of people out of Jahannam, and put them in Jannah. Can we measure Allah's handful?
Could be everybody.
So I pray your grandfather who was a sinner, maybe wasn't. We don't know.
No, my question is not related
General.
to the end of the day.
Yeah.
My question is related to
Allah is not, listen, Allah is not punishing anyone.
I'm not talking about Allah.
I'm telling you, Allah is Ghafurur Rahim.
Yes, we understand that. Ghafurur Rahim. My question is not end of the day. My question is current, present life.
I don't know. After I die, I'll tell you. I don't know.
Then
I make dua that Allah's rahmah prevails over His wrath.
Chef, I'm not doubting
Ji.
Allah's rahmah. My question is very simple.
I can't answer it.
Okay, then I go on the next question.
Okay.
That is very simple. Shukran. Now, I'm troubled for last 2-3 days with this sort of thoughts. I have asked this quite a few people, and people give different opinion, friends and people. I want to know, because you're alim, probably you can educate us. We live in a very different world, our neighbors are different, we are different. Some neighbors are very good, some neighbors are just neighbors. When it comes the festive season, we have Christmas well celebrated in Republic. We have different festive seasons all over the world, and being a global village citizen, we are connected to all people, from childhood to schools, colleges, work. How do we react or act or behave, or what we must do when it comes to, let's say, Christmas, when it comes to a festival of Hindu? At Christmas, Christians are also our good friend. Hindus also can be a good person. It's a creation of Allah. Are we allowed, is it permissible or strictly prohibited by Quran? When I said strictly prohibited by Quran, the Quran has directly said no. That's what I wanted to know from you. Can we wish them? And if they wish us on their,
You see again,
can we reply to them? Is it
the
is
Prophet
it halal or haram?
said, you see, firstly, I'm not a mufti. Meaning I can't give fatwa.
Well, I'm
But
not
4
asking
of my
fatwa, I'm
nephews,
just
it's a
asking-
fatwa, it's a religious edict. 4 of my nephews are muftis, I can give you a number. My niece is a muftiya. We are Sufis. And Sufis are tolerant people. Because our Ayatul Kursi does not end as Wala Yahudu Hizuma. Straight away after that is La Ikraha Fiddin. In your way of life, there is no compulsion. If somebody is happy and you feel it's a Jahili happiness, and they tell you I'm happy today, say Alhamdulillah. In your own way. Meaning we don't want to hurt their heart. I won't hurt them. They're happy about Christmas, Alhamdulillah.
You greet them, yes.
They're happy about Diwali, Alhamdulillah.
You greet them.
If somebody thinks I'm a kafir for doing this, Alhamdulillah.
We are not allowed them to wish.
I won't give a verdict on this. Personally, as a Sufi, I will wish them.
It's up to
May you have a good day. May you be happy. May Allah bless you. But in my mind, may Allah give you hidayah also.
Yes.
And I pray, inshallah, you find the path of La ilaha illallah.
The reason, Sheikh, I'm asking this, and I'm taking my time, just educating myself, and others also can be educated. I discussed with few people, I discussed few of my friends, and they are quite knowledgeable, way more than me. one is a scholar, like he's a professor of Arabic language, and he's a product of a madrasa. His until grade 12, all education is in madrasa, which means he is knowledgeable about Quran, Hadith, and all that. And now he teaches Arabic in a university. He said to me, no, there's no problem. I went to another friend who is more knowledgeable than me. He is moreover like Tabligh person, a young man, very nice, very good guy. He gave me a long lecture on my duties and put doubt in my mind what I must do on Christmas when my neighbor comes and knock my door and he breaking cake.
What does your heart say?
I mean, my heart says I must welcome and say, come in, have coffee.
I think your heart is saying the right thing. Take the fatwa from your heart. Don't take it from a book. There will always be differences of opinion on these things. But we got to live with everyone. The Prophet ﷺ gave the Christians freedom of religion. He gave the Jews freedom of religion. He said you can marry a Jewish woman or a Christian woman without her changing her deen. So I don't see why we should go and criticize these people. Rasulullah ﷺ went and he saw the Jews fasting on Ashura. He said, we have a greater right on Ashura. He didn't say, stop this Ashura, now the Jews are doing it, we can't do it. No, no. He said, we have a greater right. We'll be a little bit different from them. They kept Rosa one day, we'll keep two. Right? So therefore, they have Milad Isa one day, we have Milad Mustafa every week. You understand? And just this is a joke. This is to understand. Meaning, we want to bring happiness. We don't want to bring hatred into this world.
Yeah, exactly, because if I take his opinion, as friend citing one, it's very strict, very rigid.
I know, you see.
And then probably I have to ask my neighbor if he knocked my door. No.
I know he is very rigid, and we got other people in Islam is just black and white. There's no grey areas.
Christian, then I'm creating fitna in my neighborhood.
Bibi Maria Kiptiya, radiallahu ta'ala. She was a Coptic Christian, but she's our mother. Bibi Maria Kiptiya. She was a conversationalist. She could give good conversation. So not that Rasulullah got fed up, but you know it's hard to have one wife. But it's not easy for most people. And when you have two, you have a problem. They were human beings. I'm not saying they're gunegar, but they used to have competition with each other to impress the Prophet ﷺ. I used to get fed up of this sometimes. So Maria Kiptiya, she should stay far from Masjid in the countryside. So he should go to sit with her to have a nice conversation. यानी मगज को थाम लो यार मैं थक गया ये सब फितनों से ये बड़े बड़े जमातों में फितना है दिल से दिल में जो आए लोगों को खुश करो लोगों में मोहब्बत पैदा करो ये करना सूफिया का काम है अजमेर शरीफ में ख्वाजा मोइनुद्दीन चिश्ती they like to carry the thala to the parsa to the mandil. We say carry the thala on your head too. Read the Fatiha. We took the shirk out, but we left the act. Do you understand? They wanted to tie one daga on their hand, we tie the daga. But tied came a Khaja Moinuddin Chishti, the awliya of Allah. I'm having a bond with him. Inshallah, this is the Hablullah. I'm holding on to this Hablullah. But if we're going to get strict like these people, and then we're going to interpret verses like لا تتخذ اليهود والنصارى أولياء بعضهم أولياء بعض. Don't take Jews and Christians as your friends. They are friends of one another. That's wrong translation. لا تتخذ اليهود والنصارى أولياء. Don't take such Jews and such Christians as your friends. بعضهم. See, it's good we know Urdu. بعد में. Later, like now, they become friends of one another. Like now, they're friends. Islam is not the fastest growing religion in the world. Presbyterian Christianity is the fastest growing religion. I'm telling you because they're the only religion that recognizes the Jewish state of Israel among the Christians. The Jews never liked the Christians.
We know the history.
And the Christians never liked the Jews, because the Christians believe the Jews killed their God. Can you fix? I don't know, that guy will forgive somebody who killed God. But it's hard. So there has to be a compromise. So this compromise between Zionism and the capitalist elite of the West, the Jews and the Christians, they won Jamaat today. They're controlling all of us, what we eat, what we see, what we live, how we live, where we live, how our economics are, how our politics are, how our diet is. So now they they become friends of one another. Now we got to watch out for them. But there's good Jews. They live in Brooklyn, in New York. Those are people, they look like these Rastafaris, they got this long hair. They don't like Israel. These are people that follow the Torah. So when they have their festive occasion, it's from the Torah. We believe in the Torah. We believe in the Injil. The Quran speaks of Milad Isa. Isa alayhi salam Milad. On Jumu'ah, the Prophet ﷺ said, Haza Yawmul Eid. This day is the day of Eid. Say, Ya Rasulullah, why is it the day of Eid? Khalaqakum Adam. On this day was created Adam. So every Jumu'ah is the Milad of Adam alayhi salam. So the Milad of Isa alayhi salam, I'm not worried about the argument because they have a difference. The Eastern Orthodox Church believes it's the 6th of January. The Westerners believe it's the 25th of December. But that's not the argument. The argument is we don't accept Isa as Allah, but we accept Isa as Ruhullah and Nabiullah. And if they are celebrating the birth of our Nabi, Mubarak to them. I hope that answers your question. But I get these guys today very strict, you know. You mustn't do this, you mustn't do. But they're driving Mercedes Benz and BMWs. And they should get camels. I mean, really, I'm not criticizing them. I'm just saying if they really want to be so strict on the Sunnah, they should get camels, you know, and we should take the carpets out of their mouths, of their mosque, and throw some pebbles down. Put the palm leaves. I mean, we'll take the masjid roof and put it in a poor area. Then they'll be on the Sunnah directly, because they feel it can't change. I've given everyone a Sharia wa minhaja, an open methodology how to expound this Sharia. The Prophet ﷺ gave Trinitarian Christians in writing the right to worship in their own church. Hazrat Umar Farooq read namaz on the church steps. He said, I should have worshipped inside, but the only reason I'm doing this is other Muslims later will misinterpret that I must take every church and turn it into a mosque. So where he read Salah on the steps, there's a masjid and there's a church next door. The most holiest church, Church of the Sepulchre, where they believe Isa alayhi salam was born. The key up till today is in the hand of a Muslim. When he opens the door, they go in. So this man is a kafir, according to their philosophy. Yeah, he's opening the door of the church for them to go worship their prophet, our prophet who they think is God. Allah knows best. I don't think we should get into this. This is for big muftis to argue. We are small people. We are awam, you know. So we want people to be happy. We don't want to fight people and criticize people. But we make dua. I make dua, wallahi, I'm serious. That even Tony Blair and George Bush and Donald Trump, all of them, Allah must make them read the kalima, inshallah. The time can come, it's not impossible, inshallah. You will read the kalima one day. Because the fastest growing real deen is Islam. Because the word Yazid, I only like it because it means increase. Islam's, Allah said this deen doesn't decrease, Yazid, it increases. One leaves the deen, 10 more comes into the deen. So this deen is increasing. They tried to do us down in America, 9/11. They tried every trick in the book. More and more people are becoming Muslims. Sometimes I come across very harshly, but I didn't mean to be harsh. I'm a donkey, that's why I just brunt too much. But I like questions of love. You know, I don't want to answer questions whether we should hate people. I don't want to hate nobody. Wallahi. Wallahi. I don't want to hate anybody. But as Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam turned his face away from Hinda, and he turned his face away from Wahshi, they became Muslims, alhamdulillah. He said, I accept you for the deen of Allah, but my heart won't be able to see you, because you chewed the liver of Hamza, and you killed my uncle Hamza. Don't come in front of me after this. So, if he forgives Yazid, I don't pick him up, don't get me wrong. But I don't like to take that name also. If it wasn't through Imam Hussein, we won't even take that name. So, Allah forgive us. Allah's rahmah descend on all of us. On the humanity. We need it. We need a humanity. And we need to get rid of the sectarianism in this deen. I'm very serious about it. I know it's going to go on YouTube and people are going to say he's gone soft and he wants the whole ummah to unite. That's Islam. We must be one. You know, we just need to be one and love each other. And the way to oneness is La ilaha illallah. May Allah forgive us all, inshallah. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم اللهم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين وحسن أولئك رفيقا اللهم انصر مسلمين في كل مكان اللهم انصر مسلمين في كل مكان وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه ونور عرشه سيدنا وحبيبنا وشفينا ومولانا محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمتك يا
صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم سلام حسین علیہ سلطان بطحا سلام شہیدان گلزار زہرا سلام شہیدان گلزار زہرا تمہارے شہادت نہ بھولے گی امت قیامت تلک شہید معظم زمانے نہ دیکھا تجو کربلا میں قیامت سے پہلے قیامت سے عالم ادھر کوفیوں کا ہزاروں کا لشکار ادھر جانثاران حق کل بہت تار ادھر لائے تلوار او تیر اور گنجر ادھر لائے تلوار او تیر اور گنجر
ادھر آئے تیار کفن بند سر پر لٹا کر بلا میں گلستان حیدر وہ عباسوں کا قاسم وہ اکبر وہ اصغر وہ عباسوں کا قاسم وہ اکبر وہ اصغر لہو کے وہ پیاسے یہ پانی کے پیاسے لہو کے وہ پیاسے یہ پانی کے پیاسے ادھر شمر مردود ادھر ابن حیدر بوقت جمعہ اور 10ویں محرم تا سجدے میں سر ابنی شیر خدا کا تا سجدے میں سر ابنی شیر خدا کا روانہ ہوا پی کے جام شہادت روانہ ہوا پی کے جام شہادت علی کا سہارا جگر فاطمہ کا علی کا سہارا جگر فاطمہ کا سلام حسین علیہ سلطان بطحا سلام شہیدان گلزار زہرا سلام
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد طب القلوب ودوائها ونور الأبصار وضيائها وعافية الأبدان وشفائها وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم اللهم اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين وحسن أولئك رفيقا اللهم ارزقني شهادة في سبيلك واجعل موتي ببلد رسولك صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم ارزقني حج بيتك الحرام وزيارة نبيك عليه الصلاة والسلام وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلق ونور عرش سيدنا وحبيبنا شفينا مولانا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك يا رب.